Hello everyone, my name's Rachel from Happy Silver People, and today on a sunny Sunday I'm really pleased to be here with Melsia, who's an occasional colleague, and we're going to be talking about some of the ways in which Melsia is approaching growing older and still feeling positive about it. So Melsia, big welcome to you.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be with you as well.
That's great.
It's lovely here. It's bright sky, blue. Yes, lovely day.
Okay, good. So Melsia, how would you describe yourself to somebody who doesn't know you?
I would say that I'm a bubbly person, bubbly personality. I have a bubbly personality with as you come, so you see me. I wear my heart on my sleeves, very compassionate. And I care about people and their health. And, I care about people enjoying their lives, not just living it and surviving it. I love people to be living the best way they can and enjoy it. I because of the difference between joy and happiness, I can experience both. So I can be, even though I might not be completely happy about something, I have joy inside that will take me over that threshold or whatever trial or tribulation it is. So I'm quite bubbly all the time. Sometimes people don't realize that I'm having a challenge or a problem. I'm just, smiling and
Yes,
and
that
carrying
describes you
on.
very well.
And then at the same, yeah, that's who I am. That's how I am. Yes.
So Melsia, how do you say sometimes you don't feel so happy inside, but you still come across as bubbly? What is it that helps you to do that?
Well, I have a strong Christian faith, and I've had that since I was a child. And because my childhood, I will describe myself as someone who did not really have a childhood. Okay, I was very responsible from the age of 4 years old. So while everybody else were playing, I was reading or educating myself or doing something in the house to help my mother, or, so I see myself as not a person who didn't have a childhood. So I didn't play. I didn't know how to play. I still don't know how to play. But I play in my own way now. Now that I'm 58 years old, I don't look at this number. I just play, whatever it is. And I find myself playing with my yoga. For me, yoga is fun. The other night I was doing Zumba online, and I learned how to jump. I haven't jumped since 2006. So there I was, like a kid trying to
That's
and it
wonderful.
was so funny. My husband had to record it because I was just so funny, having fun learning how to jump, because I've had spinal injury. As you know, if you remember, I had neck. At work, we even have a chair for me, a special chair for me, and I'm learning how to jump again. So for me, that was so much fun, despite knowing that, I have so many other health challenges, that it just gets me through. People see me and see me teaching yoga, see me dancing. And if you don't know me, you wouldn't know that I have very in-depth health challenges. So I just have fun, no matter what it is, no matter how bad the situation is, I have fun.
That's great. I'm thinking ahead to the next 5 years then. What are you looking forward to?
Ooh, I'm looking forward to owning my own writing retreat, or what I would say as it's not writing as in academic writing, but it's in people wanting to explore their inner writing, whether that is online, whether that is through some intellectual writing, whatever it is, with relaxation in mind. So that's what I intend to do. I'd love to own a retreat where people can come and relax and just be creative. It's a creative writing retreat where they can do yoga, go walking, swim, whatever it is. I'd love to do that in 5 years' time and still doing my own writing. So I started quite late in my writing, and I didn't have time because I was a single mother for a long time and then got married and all these health challenges. I just didn't want to write. And so I've picked it back up again, and I'm writing again. And I'd like to have people join me wherever it is I am, whether it's across Europe or in the UK. That's what I intend to do in the next 5 years, and continue maybe teaching academically as well. So
sounds like yeah, great ambition. Do you think then writing is something that anybody could take up and would get some benefit from?
Oh yes, even if you write a journal, exploring your inner self vocally and in writing is something that you can look at. You know, no matter what space you have in your life, and no matter what it is that you're experiencing, writing it down, in 6 months' time, you can go back and say, wow, I'm quite okay now. Let's have a look at what was happening in 6 months' time. 6 months ago, you know, when I felt so down, how did I get through it? And it's very important to write a journal. So it's anything from writing a journal to expressing what you have in your mind. It's about going out there and, as London says, kick yourself to get inspiration, you know, from outside, no matter where that inspiration comes from. It might be on a sunny day like this and you really feel joyful and you really feel happy, write it down. Okay, because you never know when it becomes something that you want for later life in your life, you know, that you can do. I know that it can be difficult for some people, but when I looked at the man, there's this man in an iron lung since he was a child. He's in his 80s now, and he is still in his iron lung. He's written books. He's a lawyer. And yet he's not physically able to move an arm. He writes everything with a pen from his mouth, and that was so inspiring. And I felt, you know what? Life is there to live. As long as we have breath, live it to the very end. And my way of doing that is by, you know, doing my Zumba, teaching my yoga, practicing myself, and writing. And that's how I think you can always overcome something. Write it down and then go back and look at it.
That's really great advice. Thank you, Melsia. Can I just quickly ask you one last question, which is, you've talked about the writing, you've mentioned Zumba and yoga a couple of times, and that you've had your own health problems. So do you feel something like Zumba, yoga, dancing is again something that any of us could try, even as we're growing older?
Of course. Oh, yes. As we get older, okay, our bodies are telling us, oh, this creaks, that hurts, you know. I do believe that depending on your health condition, always seek doctor's advice before you start anything, just to make sure that your bones are able to support you, because some people with osteoporosis might find that this is not really conducive for their health, and it may hinder them it may hinder them from doing certain postures, for example, in yoga. And at this stage of our lives, we tend to have backaches from sitting down too much. We're not as sprightly as the younger generation, which I don't think about. I just say they're catching me up. They're trying to catch me up. And I am still my age. I don't care how old I am. I just dance. I do what I can. I learn to listen to my body, and that's what we need to do. We need to learn how to listen to our bodies, listen to what's going on, whether that is in the head, in the heart, or in the physical body, and knowing how to blend the three together. Now, sometimes I might wake up. We can all wake up and say, "Oh, I don't want to get up out of bed." But then in me, my spirit will kick me and say, "Play a particular song." You know, and my particular song is always Hezekiah Walker's Praise, you know, every praise. And that song is so inspiring. By the time I start tapping my hand and moving my head, and my body starts to get up and starts to go, okay, fine, I'm fine. Let's get on with the day. You know, there's always a blend, body, mind, spirit. And, you know, once we sit down and know ourselves and listen to our bodies, we can do something. It might not be Zumba or dancing in my culture, dancing and moving our hips and our bodies is something that is very cultural, and I have that within me, but some people might not want to dance. They might just want to go for a quiet long walk, and that is absolutely fine. The importance is we need to keep our bodies moving so that we can have 20, 30 years more to go.
Melsia, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. You've really inspired me this morning. And it's been lovely to talk to you. Take care, and I'll go and find my happy song to put on tomorrow morning to
Thank you,
get
Rachel.
me
I'll play mine in a minute as well.
out of bed. Thank
Find your
you.
happy song. Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.